Welcome back to the podcast. I'm slightly intoxicated.
And I'm not.
No, he's not. I was busy with a bonfire that nobody came to, and just decided to take a
I'm driving tonight, so one and done for me.
yeah. So, and I drank most of this myself. Probably shouldn't have lifted that up, but anyway.
Hmm.
Uh, so what have you been up to? I know we've been a little bit. Hang
What
on.
have I been up to?
Yeah.
Working. Working a lot.
Sorry.
Thanks. No, you're good, dude.
No, I'm trying. You've been this strong without nicotine. You know what? And I'm proud of you. I know nobody says that to you enough.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, dude.
I
I
appreciate
really
it.
am.
It hurts sometimes. Physically, it hurts.
Life is so short to not have nicotine or alcohol, and I'm indulging in both. I'm
I've been doing a lot of shopping around and just looking for cars.
looking for cars.
I'm bigger like an SUV or a truck,
Yeah,
something with four-wheel drive. Everybody's like, well, this last winter, well, I'm not going to say everybody, but there have been people like, well, this last winter wasn't really that bad. I'm like, so
dude, it does not matter in the
look,
Midwest. You got good winners, you got bad winners. It is all just depends on the hand you're dealt.
yeah, we get all, like we've said this before, you get all fucking
You get all
types of
seasons
weather.
here.
Dude, there's times you just wake up one morning, there's fucking mud in the road. Like,
That's
dude, it's
fucking
bad.
facts. That's fucking facts.
Oh man, especially if it's brick roads.
Oh, dude. You go through the brick roads, it makes you feel kind of fancy, but at the same time, it does shit on your suspension, dude.
It makes me realize how shitty the potholes are in my area, especially when I look into the potholes and I see brick roads
Yeah.
under the asphalt.
You want us to tear it up? No, just pave over
Yeah,
it. Fucking pave over it.
that's what it is, my guy. So
Uh,
you had a topic you wanted to talk about.
Jonathan Joss, the voice actor of John Redcorn, the actor who plays Badface in Tulsa King. This man was shot in front of his home, and he was killed in front of his home.
Isn't he getting mail?
Um, he like what do you mean?
Like that's why he was out front.
No, no. So apparently there was like something like there's an argument or something like that. They said somebody yelled homophobic slurs,
Yeah,
but
because you know what? Not
but
that it's an issue. I didn't know he was gay.
I didn't either. I
I
mean,
mean, to each their own.
I was
Just
kind of
all these years, I thought like,
I
I,
didn't even know who the fuck you I didn't know who the fuck voiced
ironically, he looks a
John
lot like
Redcorn.
the guy who he played as.
That's why he played Badface in Tulsa King. Cree. Was it Cree or something like that? But
Yeah,
it I but yeah, no, he like King of the Hill was a big kind of like big thing for me. Still is a big thing for me. It
the
is.
fact that they're bringing it back.
I heard about that and just I heard that it was going to be a downfall.
Well, I mean, dude, shortly after the opening, you already lost one of your voice actors. And well, I don't know. It might be the whole thing with like, Dale's character. He died a few years back. Dale Gribble, his voice act, the guy. Yeah,
Did he?
yeah.
Fuck, dude.
And the original voice actor of the land died too.
Yeah,
The
that one I knew. That
Brittany
one I knew.
Murphy, yeah.
That one I
So,
fucking
but
knew.
dude, the show's been going on for so long that I think they've got enough
Well,
voices, like, of his dialogue built up. They can just kind of,
it ended a while back, and like they ended King of the Hill a while back, and
oh
like
yeah,
apparently at the end of it they moved, and now apparently this is now where they come back to Arlen, Texas. But
yeah.
the thing is that I hate to say this, but they can kind of do what they did with Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim, where they use AI, because I mean AI like
Has come quite a long way.
has
Just in the last 6 months alone,
dude,
dude.
like
It's crazy.
dude, all the like voice, like all the like singing, like tributes and stuff like that, especially like with Cartman. Fucking like they do so much shit. Like with War of the Rohirrim, they used Christopher Lee's voice to voice him in just the couple of lines that he had. But the thing, or no, they didn't use AI. I'm sorry, I apologize. They did not use AI. They only used words that he had spoken in the Lord of the Rings interviews and in the movies because they refused to use AI. So that's my fault.
I don't know. I mean, I think there are only two options right now that they're going to do is either they'll have him die off early on, but then again, that wouldn't make sense because Dale Gribble. I don't even think there's another voice actor playing him right now. I think it's literally just back backlogged dialogue from the years and all the seasons of you know what I mean? Just recycled dialogue for him. So they might do the same thing with him, but given the recent tragedy, it might just be he gets a peaceful ending in the show.
Didn't they because I swear after a few seasons they had a different voice actor for Dale Gribble. Like in the first
Maybe.
couple of seasons, like his voice was really deep, very gruff, and then it became kind of high pitched, whiny, and I think that's when they came out with the real Dale Gribble's voice. Um,
Well, it's kind of like most TV shows with animated series kind of cycle through voice actors before they land on one that hits just right. Like Meg Griffin from
oh
Family
yeah, I
Guy.
was getting ready to say Meg Griffin.
She in the beginning, I maybe what the first two seasons or the first season before they switched over to Mila Kunis.
Oh
I
yeah, no,
I forgot that lady's name that played, and I think the only
she
reason
doesn't
why,
fucking matter. She's not part of the series
well,
no
she
more. She
wanted
don't
more. I
matter.
think she wanted more money, and they were like,
Yeah, she like
"Nah."
was it when Brian and Stewie went back in time, and they even made a comment about it. They're
Yeah, they're
like,
like, "Who's that? Like, why does
it
she
sounds
sound different?"
it
Like,
sounds like a woman who's about to miss a big opportunity,
yeah.
and yeah, fucking she fucking did. And it's funny,
I hope she saw that. Dude, all right, I'm just saying, like, I feel like I need to say this now. If by any means someday we make it, we're, out there doing nice things for people, we're making funny videos and it's getting, out there. South Park, Family Guy, if y'all are gonna make fun of us,
dude, we want to be a part of that shit,
let me be the voice actor, please. I don't care how outrageous it
dude.
is,
I will
dude.
fucking be that person.
Fucking let me do that. Let me fuck up my own life. You write the jokes, I'll tell it,
Dude, Seth MacFarlane, if you're watching this, if you ever bring back the Orville, I will.
That is such a good
I
show.
love the Orville. All right, here, Seth MacFarlane. If we only have 15 subs. You ain't gonna see this, but I want this known. Seth MacFarlane, if you ever bring back the Orville, if you ever want voice actors, bring us on and guarantee you
Oh yeah,
we will fucking do whatever you say.
dude.
Okay, like
That guy he
he
knows how to write,
he
man.
is a man of
He
many
started
talents.
off in Hanna-Barbera, the old Cartoon Network with like Johnny Bravo and all that. Like he actually used to work on set for Johnny Bravo. I think he was a writer.
No shit,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He also doesn't own Family Guy anymore. He just does the voice acting.
Yeah, I think didn't he give that up to Fox?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
He sold it to Fox because
Um,
in the beginning he was like I wasn't even sure how he's like I just finished working for Hanna-Barbera and then we did the pilot episode of Family Guy which did really well.
yeah, well, definitely. Well, except for the part where Peter's eye goes above his nose. That was
That's what makes it even better. Like, with old Pokemon cards, like misprints, like the value those things
oh
hold.
yeah, dude. It's like us right now with what we're doing, like the audio and shit like that. People are gonna look back
Valuable.
like people are gonna look back like their audio is shit, and then it's like oh look at us now. Soon enough, if y'all start sharing and subscribing, we'll be able to afford a production manager and an editing manager to where we'll be
Editing for
professionals.
sure, but production, I don't know. I think we should really keep it a small circle.
No, no, no. So here's the thing: is that the production are here. So side note, business talk. So production manager, I do want to say like that would kind of be better just for them because I don't know too much about the colors and stuff like that. I mean, I try to figure out as much as I can, but at the same time, it's like if we hire a production manager, something that can do better with the cameras, do better with the lighting, do better with the atmosphere to get us to where we want with each channel. And because I don't want it to be just strictly based on this one, but that's only once we get to a certain point to where we're reaching, to where we're actually making a well enough profit. That's kind of where I'm at.
I don't feel comfortable bringing money into this.
Well, that's like further on down like we got years to think about that, dude. This is a fantasy,
True. I can dream.
I can dream.
I can dream about paying
I'm
the
a dream right
bills.
now.
You can just hear your thoughts in the mic. It's just super gay. It's just so whew, shoo.
Sorry, I'm getting them worked up. That's my apologies.
Chubbed.
Why is the table rising?
Sorry.
Anyway,
Dude, remember when we were younger, we talked about doing an animated series? Because you used to draw and you made comics and stuff like that. You just kind of doodled. I was like, this was good
Captain
shit.
Kush, Major Blunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, that's back when we
I
were
was
really big
stoked about that. I was like,
stoners.
dude, this is nice.
Oh my god, you just brought up core.
Yeah, man. Do you still have that stuff laying around here?
Dude, I got rid of that so many fucking years ago.
Seriously?
Dude, I used to draw comics with you and me, and that yeah, it was back when you and me were
Dude,
major
I
stoners.
absolutely loved the work you put into that. I was a huge fan of your work. And I'm not saying that because I'm your friend. Like, I genuinely had high hopes for you for that. I was
I
really upset when you said you didn't want to do it anymore. I was like, dude, I don't even care if it doesn't get you famous, but like, I like it.
It
Like,
was only because you were involved.
nah,
I dude, I'll be honest, I haven't drawn anything. I haven't really done anything artistic in like fucking forever. I mean, the closest thing to being artistic that I've ever done is like build my miniatures down there, and like I'm trying to get into painting them, and I haven't like
I think
I'm
you
trying to
should
find my
try to
sketch.
get back
I'm trying to
into
find.
it.
Well, I'm trying to find my sketchbooks.
I'm really sad. Like, you threw them out?
No, no, no. No, I kept all my sketchbooks. I think they might be behind the backdrop, over at my station. But like, I I used to be big. Like, I wanted to be an artist when I was a kid. Um,
You know what's weird?
yeah,
My Uncle David can draw
yeah.
really well. My mom, she won't admit it. She can draw. I've seen it. And then she just stopped one day and she just swears to God that she can't. And I hate that she does that. I'm not gonna toot my own horn, but I used to do it all the time too because I saw my mom do it, and I got really big into it because I used to see her do it. My uncle David would bring back everything he'd draw out there in Arizona. Then I just stopped doing it.
I've never seen a picture of anything you drew.
Yeah,
I've never seen you draw anything. I've never seen a portrait or anything like that. So my biggest thing was I was really big into sketch artists. Like my greatest work was because I was able to see this. It was hand drawings. So I was able to like put and like what I would do is I put my hand in like some kind of pose and or like like kind of like this,
yeah.
and I'd be able to sketch. I'd be able to sketch like the outline, but I'd be able to draw in detail like flames coming out like or like a crystal ball
Nice
something.
pair of balls.
Uh,
Just a fun like a pair of nuts. You
like
can't do that there, dog. You can't do that
I
with me,
can
man.
because I was trying to go into detail of why I was modeling my hand like this. You turned it into some kind of fucked up issue.
I'm gonna check some sketchbooks out, and it's gonna be your fucked up issue.
One thing I've always wanted to do is draw.
You can't draw me naked, Jack. I'm sorry.
Well, fuck it. I don't want to do this
I don't have
podcast anymore.
tits like that
I don't want
anymore.
I don't want to do this podcast anymore. If I can't draw you naked, then
My
there's
shit
no point.
sags.
Dude, so what? Talk to anyone who's had children.
I didn't have kids. Guess I'm just ugly.
I mean, facts, but I mean still.
She stayed mean mugging. I don't know what the fuck her problem is.
We're
She looked pissed.
somebody has a somebody has a tag along today in the crowd, and yeah,
She ain't happy.
she's yeah, I know it's because I'm in the room.
It's
She
because she
feels,
had this barbecue whiskey and now she's pissed.
dude, I was pissed when you gave me that. Fuck you mean?
I liked
That's a
it.
perfectly valid reason for her to be pissed.
I know she's been fucking got stink face the entire time. This whole like,
Did you call her a bitch again?
yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's probably why she's pissed. When was the last time you ever bought her flowers?
I paid for her nails. Like every time she goes to get them done, I pay for her nails.
Yeah, and what is she gonna wrap around except for flowers? Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Shut up. Tired of your bullshit.
She was said something about breaking up with me today, and I was like, or no, you were talking about your friend. She was like, "Oh, I'll leave you for her," and I was like, "Hey, look at me. I've got plenty of beer in the fridge and my dog at home." She's like, "So," I was like, "So I don't need you. I'll be fine."
Kind of.
I wouldn't be sad. I was like, "Just don't do that toxic thing females do." And they're like, "We can still be friends though, right?" No. All right, look, I'm gonna sensitive subject here. I don't really get behind the whole thing of being friends with your exes. They're like, "Oh, like."
I'm not saying a goddamn word. I'm not saying a goddamn word. You can go ahead. I'm sitting here.
You might as well just say it, dog.
Uh-uh. Mm-mm. Nope.
I'm not saying that's how you feel. Like that's just how I feel.
I know.
It's just, dude. I've tried it a couple times, and it ain't right. Either I'd get really jealous when she was with old boy, or she'd be really jealous when I was with old girl at the time. Like it's not because like, oh, you saw each other naked. It's not weird. There's the emotional connection you used to have, and when you split, the feelings don't go away like that. I mean, maybe for some people, but like not for me.
No,
I
so
don't sit there and linger on it, but I definitely don't want to sit there and just have that.
it is
Great, now I'm best friends with someone I used to have an emotional connection with, and now that like that's gone.
no 100%. And I'm going to speak my mind on this. And this is purely me.
Sure.
So so you can attempt to do so. There, I'm telling you right now, it is going to be extremely difficult because the more you see that person, the more you're going to reflect on the days that you've had. And you can sit there and try to suppress those feelings all you want. Guess what? All it's going to do is hurt you more because you know you have to suppress those feelings. You know you can't sit there and, react on them like you used to do freely
Yep.
because all you're going to do is sit there and want more, and you're going to want to be with them even stronger. And then the reason why you guys split is going to, that's the wall you're going to hit. You want to be with them, the emotions are getting stronger, try to go for it, and then right there, you are just hit with a wall of, oh shit, I can't, not like what I used to. Why? And it's just the emotional wall of the breakup that's going to cause you to be like, all right, now we're going to go into a dark hole and we're going to sit there and drain a bottle of whiskey and I'm going to sit there and cry myself to sleep.
There's gonna be a lot of awkward moments too, and it's where was I going with this? Someone's always gonna have that attachment still, whether it be you or the other person you were with. That's
Yeah,
always going to be there. Like now it won't be forever, but it will somebody's going to hold on to those feelings for a while.
yeah.
So when you're all pretending to be friends and shit, it starts off with like things are over, but we're friends now. I still love said person, or maybe this is going to build up to my second chance, which really it's kind of like the whole you shouldn't get back with an ex. It's kind of like the whole thing with like, oh, we were high school sweethearts. Few and far between. It's not often that you see that anymore. So like when I see people talking about like, oh, we've been dating since high school, I'm like, hey, well, count your days, kids.
I will argue with that. I will argue with that because I do have a friend. I do have a friend. Two friends that they're couples. They've been together since high school.
Yeah.
Dude, they've been together for over 20 years. I mean, like 18 years. They've been together for 20 plus years, and they have a kid together. They're staying strong, and I mean,
I'm not saying that
it
like
is rare to find
that's
something
what
like
I'm
that.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, no,
That
and
is what I'm saying. It's few and far between that you see that.
yeah,
But like and usually the high school sweetheart is the first you're technically your first love, they say, and it usually always ends in tragedy. Like, oh, she broke my heart, he broke my heart, blah blah blah. Somebody gets heartbroken. It's the first real pain you get outside of that shit.
I was heartbroken.
Everybody has, whether it be love, loss, blah blah blah.
You broke my heart.
So get over it.
Wow,
Pick yourself up.
God, I don't. You're not even
Do
say
well,
goodbye.
you gonna
No,
tell me what I did? Oh, right. So you're allowed to go out and date and have all kinds of fucking fun. But the minute I get a girlfriend, ah, fuck, you
It
cheated
was
on me,
one person, and
bitch.
it was one person.
Nah,
I'm gonna cut this out. Name the other people.
you literally moved to a whole ass other state to get a fucking.
Oh, no. No,
You literally
no,
moved across
no,
the
no, no,
fucking
no, no, no,
country
no, no.
to make new friends, girlfriends, people, strangers. Don't sit there. No, no, this is actually a valid reason to throw that in your face.
Oh, really? We're gonna
That
go
is
into
very valid.
we're gonna throw
But
that.
when I do it, it's, oh, dude, you're a piece of shit. You broke a fucking arm. Fuck you.
Okay, first off, that was over 10 fucking years ago. All right, that was almost 12
But
fucking
it
years
is
ago.
a valid point in the
I
conversation we're having. Look, as much as it pisses you off, it is a valid point.
For who? For you or for me?
Both parties, dog. It's
Oh,
valid.
okay,
Got
okay,
paperwork on that
okay,
shit.
yeah, but all right,
And then with Katie,
I'm gonna cut that one out. But
no, I was supposed to be okay with that. You can have a girlfriend, but the minute I have a girlfriend, it's a fucking travesty.
why couldn't you have gotten a blonde? You had to get a ginger, had to flaunt
You had to
my
get a
face.
you had to get a fucking brunette with glasses.
Shit, you're right.
Shut the fuck up, nerd.
Okay. You had to get could have gotten a blonde, had to get a fucking ginger.
She's got words to say to you, dog. She can hurt your feelings. She said some shit.
I can hurt her. All I gotta do is drag her out in the sunlight. I'm not going in there because that'll hurt me
Right.
too.
I
But
was gonna say right now, you'll kill yourself.
if we die, we all die. If you die,
You
we all
coming
die.
with me, you son of a
You're
bitch.
coming with me.
Yeah, so
So no, if we you know what? We've never talked about this on the podcast. So all right, 12 years ago, all right, when I was 19, I decided to move from here in the Midwest out to Nevada, on the Nevada-Arizona border. This man has never let me live it down, and it's been over 10 years. Can you explain to people why you've never let me live it down?
they're just situations like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's only when we're in heated arguments.
So you only bring it up to be toxic and to try to win the argument, not to prove a
It was a
point of your
valid
feelings.
point. That was a valid point.
To win a argument where me moving to Nevada had nothing to do with the argument. You threw that in my
But
face.
no, no, no. You were talking about how it's like you broke my heart. How? You pointed at Liz, right?
I was
You're like,
jokingly
when did
pointing
I
at Liz.
No, you always throw her in the
No, no,
argument. You're talking about
no,
like,
the fuck
oh,
I
you
don't.
broke my heart.
No, I fucking don't. I don't care if you're with Liz, okay? But the fact that I know for a goddamn fact that me moving to another state,
Then you shouldn't
broke
have
your
said it
heart.
broke your heart.
I was joking. You
You
should
can't
know
joke
my
about that.
mannerisms. You should know
You
my
can't
manner.
joke like that.
No.
Not about that.
Oh,
I was genuinely hurt when you left. So for you to say that I broke your heart about something like this, motherfucker, it's either I scream at you or I hit you. Which one do you want?
want another one?
No, I'm driving tonight. Look at that. You're scared of me drinking whiskey. What was that, Ryan?
Because I'm trying to
Self-control.
get you to calm the fuck down.
You
No,
think whiskey's gonna be the answer to that?
yeah, right now I think it will be.
We're going on an adventure.
We are.
No,
Welcome to couples counseling.
just edit everything out after that. They just come back to rooms of mess. Or believing that,
Please,
"Hi, counseling didn't work. We're getting a divorce."
I'm just sitting there like this. Me and Liz are splitting custody of Josh.
We're getting a divorce. Ryan's pregnant. Goodbye.
I was not anymore. You kicked it out of me.
Fucking did you shit? I ate chili and the baby shat out.
This is
Just
a weird.
fucking
This
shenanigans.
is a weird side note, but dude, I made the best fucking chili the other day.
Dude, I've been making some good chili too. So it turns out putting fucking chunky mild salsa in there with hot dogs, bro, gives it a fucking tang of flavor and it kind of makes it more filling. It's so good. Yeah, go ahead and sit there and pretend like you're disappointed you're
I
fucking the world's best chef.
No,
Go
no, no,
ahead.
no. I never claimed to be the world's best chef, but who the actual fuck puts hot dog in chili?
Now, hear me out. Me. And Liz is a picky eater. Liz,
All right, so you're giving so right here. So you're giving an okay. Now I'm kind of curious. Tell me about
I
this.
also season it with garlic too.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got to have garlic and
Heck
chili.
yeah, and I also put onions in there. I don't care what
Dude,
anybody fucking says.
all right here. So before you explain yours, let me kind of go
Yeah,
out
get
like
in there, get in there.
all right, my generic kind of chili that I go to. So I get a pound of ground beef. All right. So I get diced up onions, diced up garlic.
Hell yeah.
So throw the onions in, let them saute a little bit, throw the garlic in, then I throw the beef in. And then I get the Rotel chili and fixins, which has the tomatoes and
Mmm.
peppers in those.
Hell
And I
yeah.
throw that in there. I can't remember. I For the love of me, I cannot remember the name of these beans. All I know is that they got a bean with a cartoon bean with a sombrero on it that says sweet and smoky. It's in a like a almost like a brownish wrapper on it. I can't remember the fucking name. I just know it says sweet and smoky. It's the one I grab to every time. Although there's another version of that that I learned that I can make for turkey chili. So yeah, the Rotel chili fixins, that sweet and smoky beans that I just described, put that in there. If I'm feeling adventurous, then I'll add another can uh of garlic roasted tomatoes, and then I'll add some protein. I'll add some protein in it with his which is bone broth, and I'll let that simmer, and I'll add my own little seasonings in there.
So I don't get that fancy, but first off, I think a really fun adventure for you and me would be making uh alligator chili.
I want alligator so fucking
It's
bad.
super good.
You
Have you
don't
ever actually tried it?
no,
Oh,
I had the
fuck,
dude,
buddy.
I had the opportunity back when my grandmother was alive. Me and her went when I went to go visit her in Florida. There was a place I don't remember the name of it. It's close to Holiday, Florida. She called it the Sponge Docks. And I remember because there was all these boats that were coming in, drying the sponges, their daily haul, off the rigging of the ships.
Hmm.
And there was a place, and I'm like, hey, Grandma, I want to go there. They have jerky. Oh, really? I'm like, yeah, they got alligator jerky and they have kangaroo jerky. I'm like, I really want to try that. And she goes, and of course, she was high and she was drunk, and she goes, oh, that sounds really good. Look, there's fudge, and just walked right in. I'm like, and my grandma's like fucking this tall than me, and I'm like, all right, let's go, grandma. And she bought like 12 pounds of fudge, which I know that woman never touched in her fucking life because she'd only eat like 2 bites and be like, I'm full.
Some people would just be like that. So I haven't actually cooked chili from scrap in a very long time.
Yeah,
So lately I've just been getting the canned chili.
like Hormels.
Something like that, yeah.
All right.
But what I'll add to it is the garlic, the
Mm-hmm.
onion, then the chunky, mild salsa, and
Okay.
the hot dogs that I cut up in there,
Okay.
and I cook it. And then I'll add a few other things like that to add a little kick to it. But
Yeah.
it's really good, and it's actually a lot more filling.
Oh well. So
I
you're
was
at
like,
yeah. The more you're adding to it, I mean, because you're not. No offense to anyone who's on a budget and kind of goes with Hormels or whatever. You can't just sit there and like it's so easy to sit there and make your chili from scratch. And I mean, if you're sitting there taking canned chili and adding shit to it, yeah, okay, you're making it your own. But just sit there and take the can, put it over a pot, and be like, all right, cool, I'm eating chili. And it's like, I'm sorry, no,
to be fair though, Ryan, you are you don't have like there's constructive criticism, and then I love you, dog, but you are like the worst person to be around. Like I refuse to cook around you. I would hate for you to be in the same room as me if I was cooking,
okay, why?
because I know you wouldn't shut your fucking mouth about every little thing that I was doing,
Uh huh.
and it would piss me the fuck off.
Okay.
Now I know you know what you're doing. I'm not gonna sit there and deny that. Like that'd be ignorant. Just like I don't know, that'd be like you telling me that I don't work hard at work. That'd be ignorant for you to say, right?
Exactly,
Okay,
100%.
so but the problem is you kind of tend to just you go overboard with that. And I know
When only when cooking.
there's a few other things, but cooking would be the worst thing. You get pretty fucking. I mean, I know how to push your buttons over the years just because of how fucking like.
You're pushing my fucking buttons right now. What the fuck do
See,
you?
see what I'm saying? It doesn't take much. So, like, when I'm out here just me being me, not trying to piss him off, for some reason will piss him off. It just does. He gets like that. I don't know. Like,
You breathing pisses me off.
don't fucking deal with it.
How about you just stop fucking
Been
breathing?
trying.
Cool. Try harder.
I had a dream and then I forgot. Liz, what was I saying about the garage? Or was it the driveway? Fuck.
Driveway.
I don't remember. But yeah, we should definitely do. I mean, I feel like we could cook together. And
Oh
I'd
no,
like to
no.
do that. But at the same time, dude, I don't think you would
I,
ever let me actually, one, do anything. Two, I think you'd be really controlling about it. Three, the list goes on, dude.
so here's the thing: is that if I give you criticism, the only thing is because I know what I can do. I know what Because let me ask you this: have you ever had a complaint about my cooking? Tell me. I'm actually generally curious about your feedback, and I want the feedback. If I don't get the feedback, then I don't know how to improve.
Dude, you gotta understand, I've been around you for long enough to just feel like that it's not gonna.
No, 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 no. Here's the thing: is that if I'm cooking for you, right? If I'm cooking for you specifically, Josh, if I don't know what you like, and if I don't know, like, if I'm making the steak, like, say we're cooking a steak, all right, I'm making too dark for crust, or if I'm not cooking it thoroughly enough, then what I want you to do, I want you to give me that feedback because that feedback is going to help
Okay,
me
but how
understand
often do you actually cook for me, dog?
how often do we hang out.
I mean, so far during our work schedule, not often, just
Ex-
these weekends.
Okay, okay,
But
exactly.
even before our schedules kind of got fucked, dude, like I was like, man, you should get back on them sliders. Oh, the fucking salt. And I'm like, dude, I don't care about that. Find a regular salt. This is what I'm talking about. Look, no, I'm not throwing it in your face in that way, the way that you think. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, you're like, fuck, now I'm losing my train of thought.
All right, sliders.
You were like, I don't know what to cook for you. And I'm telling you, like, it doesn't have to be so exquisite. Like, try, branch out and try new things, you know? Like, I am very fucking simple.
I understand you're simple, but
So, like, when you're trying to, like, make it more, like, add your own twist to these things. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you see things on YouTube, and that's great. You want to try it the first time? You like it like that? Awesome. Maybe season it with something else and see if you can add your own twist to it. Maybe a little zest here, maybe a little spice there. Your
so
own thing.
here's the thing: is that I get I all right. So I'm understanding what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
Is that you're wanting a different profile to what I've witnessed, and you're trying to see what I can come up with
Right. That steak
personally.
you cooked me. Recently, he made me a steak. Ate the whole fucking thing. Took my time eating it because I liked it a lot. But you also didn't go out of your way to fucking say, I saw this on a YouTube video. I did this, that, and the other thing.
No, I just
You'll do that sometimes. You'll get into it and it becomes a complicated mess. That steak, you got it on there, you did your thing, you add some fucking butter to it, and it was fucking perfect.
so that's the thing is that also right now what I'm in my cooking headspace right now, what I'm trying to do, I'm more focused right now on plating. I Because when you first get a plate of food, I want to make sure that it looks good. All right, I want, and
I
because
just want to eat it, Ryan. Stop complicating it.
no, but here's the thing though, is that if I ever want to like host like a little dinner party with like you, Liz, me, if I get a significant other and I have them and I have like another couple with us, I want to be able to sit there and cook a meal and actually present it as such. It is my way of a flex. To me, I feel that that is a flex for me.
Okay.
That is just me showing off and being like a giant middle finger to all of you.
Right. So that's just ignorant. There's a difference between being a flex, like, here's a flex. You throw it out, people love it. And then there's what you want. That's just being fucking ignorant, dude.
It's funny though.
It's not to you, it is. To me, it's like, dude, that's fucking annoying. Like, I'm proud of you, like, yeah, it's good, but now you're just kind of like being a dick. You feel me?
And don't take it so hard. I shouldn't be drinking anymore. No, but no, I get it. Maybe I shouldn't have worded it as such of me, like as a fuck you. I have high standards for myself. I want to be able to.
Your high standards is what's fucking you over.
I have a high standard for myself, and I want myself to reach a certain level. And if because here's my thought process on it. If you can't be hard on yourself, and if you can't hold yourself to a certain standard, and push your own self to reach those goals, what the fuck are you gonna
What
do?
goals are you going to reach if it's not your own idea? That's the problem. This is what I'm trying to tell you is that you're not going to reach goals copying everybody else's recipes. And that's fine. You can have a platform to start on anywhere you go. Like,
And hold on, can I interrupt you for one quick second?
yeah.
Why do you think I got those? Why do you think I got those cookbooks right there? Okay, the reason why I want all this stuff is because if all this takes place, do you know what causes a bigger influence
You know what
to
makes
cause?
me feel self-accomplished and what makes me feel like I'm breaking my own standards here? Because you remember how I used to just cook bland food
Yeah,
because of my diet? Well, I cook with Liz now. And guess what? We follow an online cookbook, but guess what we do? We add our own seasonings to it. We make it our own thing.
I do
And
that
it
as well.
feels fucking amazing.
I do that as well.
But I'm
But
not sitting here fucking dunking on people about it, man.
do you want to know why I bought those cookbooks? Do you want to know why I keep pushing myself further in culinary arts?
You can keep doing that, man. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to sit down and just cook with you one day, but I'm afraid that it's going to be a thing where, like, I'm going to end up leaving because you
No,
don't stop.
no, no,
That's
no,
the problem.
no, no, no. So here's the
There's constructive
thing.
criticism, and then there's wannabe Gordon Ramsay, and then it turns into being a dick.
But I love Gordon Ramsay.
Right, and you can. He's a great cook. I'm sure he is, but like what I'm
Chef.
saying is
Chef, not
whatever.
cook. He's a chef.
Whatever. You got the idea of who I was talking about
No,
and what he does, right?
I understand.
Okay.
So here's
As
the
far
thing.
as I'm concerned, at the end of the day, fuck that guy. This is about what I'm trying to get to
No,
as a
I
point
no
here.
here no, I get it. For you, for you, it's about the enjoyment of cooking the meal, not the not the result of the end goal.
It's not
It
just the
is
enjoyment. Like I can see that I'm growing. Like I'm
the
getting
development.
better every time.
Yeah, the development.
And I know that it's not going to be perfect, but it gets better every single time. I add my own stuff to it every single time. It just, dude, I'm trying to get you to understand that there's this fucking wall you hit and you think that it's I'm trying to find the words on how to describe this to make you understand because it just feels like you're not really getting what I'm saying because I don't want you to think that I'm criticizing you in the wrong way or that
Hmm.
I'm trying to tell you because look, like I said, I'm not saying you can't cook, that you're not a good cook, that you don't do things that are original, but it feels like you want to make perfection and yet you're also afraid to take that step.
What step?
Okay, again, with the sliders, because of a salt, you know what I mean? Like a specific, right? It tasted good with that. They don't have it anymore, so try something different. Hell, maybe don't even use a salt. Try something else. Put a whole fucking vegetable in there. I don't care. But you make a big deal out of this, like worse than it needs to be.
Do you want to know why I make a big deal about the sliders? It's because those sliders, I've never made anyone, and I understand this is that you have to understand how high I hold this in my heart. Those sliders are the only time I've ever seen anyone legitimately shed a tear for my cooking. I hold your reaction, I hold you for my culinary arts in the highest respect possible because you have set the standard of that is the reaction I
It
want.
doesn't have to be like that every time, Ryan. I'm gonna
Do you
enjoy
not
your food
understand?
regardless.
No,
I
no,
get
no.
where you're
Hold up, hold
coming
up, hold up,
from.
hold up. Do you not understand the reaction that the feeling I got when you bit into those sliders and you started crying and you were saying that this was fucking the best slider you've ever had in your life? Do you not remember saying that? Do you not remember your own reaction?
Okay, but don't you think that maybe I could have an even stronger reaction to the next set that you make with different seasonings?
How can you have a better reaction when you are legitimately crying over a
Okay,
slider you've only
let
tried
me
the first
just
time?
clarify. I wasn't bawling my eyes out,
No, 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 he wasn't.
but
But
it was a damn good slider.
it was something that shocked him, and he was like, "Jesus Christ!"
It was
Like
really good.
it was something that he wasn't expecting.
But how are
And
you supposed to hit the next level if you keep living in the past?
is there a next level, or is that the top? Because to me, that is my top.
I'm just one guy. There are other people.
you're one guy that I hold in the highest respect.
And as I you, that's why I'm trying to have this conversation with you as
Okay, so
someone who's learning to get better at
th-
cooking to somebody who already knows how to cook.
all right, so
You're kind of setting yourself back at this point in the culinary arts when you're just being stubborn,
this is
you
all right.
cunt.
So here's the thing: is that this is where we're butting heads. We hold each other in high respect that we want to boost each other, but
Too bad we're
because
both fucking losers.
fucking butting each other's heads like, no, you go up, no, you fucking go up.
And then everybody else is looking at us like, please, gentlemen, you're both just awful.
You guys need to shut the fuck up.
You guys are
Just cook
both
some
just
burgers.
you guys
God
both
damn
just
it, dude.
suck. There's sliders, you cuck.
That's exactly what they're thinking. That's exactly what they're thinking, dude.
Fucking hell.
But no, your reaction is the one that I cherish above all others. I mean, I've cooked my mom food, I've cooked ex's food, I've cooked girls that I've been, I've taken on dates with, I've cooked them steaks, and you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a bad experience. All right, and it wasn't a bad experience per se. It was just a shocking experience for me cooking somebody a steak, and she knows she did this like willingly. She knows she did this on purpose, and she is not ashamed of it. So good for you if you watch this. Good for you. Um, you know who you are.
Hold on. Cunt.
You know her too. I'm just
Do
saying this
I?
right now. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You
Whisper
know.
whisper her name in my ear. Oh, you know what? I'll leave it at that.
Let me ask you this. All right, audience, anyone who's watching this. If you have a steak, all right, and we're gonna say one of my favorite cuts of steak. Hers was a sirloin. I said, no, we're going to eat a New York strip. The reason why is because with the New York strip, you're able to render the fat, you're able to get more out of it, you're able to get more flavor. And so I I pan-seared this, butter basted it with fresh rosemary, thyme, and garlic. And I'm not gonna lie, I fucked up on the mashed potatoes. I fucked up on the mashed potato or
Was it
roasted potatoes.
Instamash?
No, no, no.
That was actual like potato.
Roasted potatoes that I was supposed to fry to make like little potato wedges,
Bitch, I love
and I
potatoes.
fucked those up. I royally fucked those up. I should have started those first before I did the steak, but I did it in reverse. So I will admit I fucked up the potato wedges. We wound up eating something else beside the potato wedges, but the steak was cooked medium rare, perfect, butter basted, roasted to perfection, flavorful, and had a good color on it, good sear. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, all right, how's your steak? She cuts a piece off. I watch her take the bottle of ranch and make a little pool and then starts to try to dunk it. I'm like, whoa, hold up. Don't you want to try that first? Make sure that tastes good, because the atrocity that I was about to, witness was like, Jesus fucking Christ. Please kill me now. And then she was like, oh wow, it's really good. Takes another slice, dips it in the ranch, this time, and starts eating it. And I died a little inside. And I'm like, why the fuck do you do that? She goes, oh, you think that's bad? My dad smoked a tomahawk steak, and guess what? I dipped that bitch in ranch too. You ain't gonna fucking change me. I respect the fucking, the boldness. I respect the stand that you take.
But respect the cook before you season the food. Just
Thank
take
you.
one bite and then like, dude, I think there's only a few meals you've made me where I would season it myself, but that was after I've already taken a bite
And
of it.
and see, that's fucking all
Because not
right.
everybody's gonna have the same palate.
That is 100% correct.
So like
That is
once in a
100%
while,
correct.
it's just a nod to the chef, like, thank you. All right, it's good, but you know what? I kind of need a little something else right now.
Give me a little salt, give me a little pepper. You
Yeah,
got
no, I mean,
horseradish or something like
I
that? Give me
can't
something
cook
like
for
that.
shit. I mean, I guess I can say I'm a lot better than what I used to, but
Right.
like I'd feel the same way, if somebody
Yeah.
fucking just started seasoning my shit.
Like if somebody took your steak and started like just dousing it with ketchup,
Ketchup?
asking it for it to be well done and then dousing it with ketchup. That's how
Let me
domestic
let
violence
me tell you
happens.
something. I think one of the best steaks I ever had. I cannot for the life of me. It was just from this fucking stand, you know? Kind of like, you know how you'd see a taco stand, but it wasn't Mexican. I can't remember, dude. I was drunk off my ass, dude. I was down in Florida. This guy cooked a steak on the grill. So you know how when you cook a steak, most meats, it kind of thins, from the heat, the juices coming out of it and
I
stuff
can
like that.
so if you describe the cut to me, I guarantee you I can probably tell you what it was.
I can't, dude. I'm all I can tell you is this.
What was it? Oh, like how
It
was it
was
served? How was it served?
medium rare.
No, no, no. I'm talking about like what style was it served? Quesadilla,
Just a straight
sandwich.
steak, dude. Just a
Okay,
whole steak. So
okay.
it was just God, I wish I could think of the name of it. Dude, I was so fucking slapped. I just imagine being so drunk you don't remember anything about that night except for the food you fucking ate.
Oh, I've been there. I've fucking
So
100% been there.
usually when you cook your meat though, it loses some of its mass though, because
Yeah,
it's just how it
100%.
happens. But
Yeah.
dude, this shit was still fat, right? And I'm thinking something's wrong with the steak. So I cut into it. Nah. Oh fuck.
If you get that right Maillard reaction, dude.
Oh,
Ooh,
it was tender.
yeah.
Melted in my fucking mouth, dude. I swear to God, it had a pulse and it was still thick. I was like, "Mm." Dude, I tipped that man $50 and then don't remember the rest of the night.
Dude, yeah, if
You
it
cook a
was
steak like that, and if I had more money on me, he probably got my whole fucking paycheck.
dude, I'm
Oh,
telling you right now, dude, I don't give a fuck. Any food cart vendor,
that's
it,
where you usually find the best fucking
dude, that is where
food.
you find the best
It's when
fucking
they get
food.
their own restaurants is when things kind of go downhill.
Yeah, because you can't drive away from the food inspectors.
It's
Like,
also not the same person cooking it anymore. It's other people going in there running the
yeah,
shit,
you got
blah, blah, blah,
well, you
blah.
got prep work, you got
Yep.
there, when you got the same person cooking it over and over again, all right, the same person is going to be sitting there having his standards, going through it time after time after time, and he has his one way. You are not going to change this fucking way. He is going to sit there and he's going to, what the fuck are you looking at me
No,
for?
keep talking because this is
Okay,
the point I was trying to get across to you.
okay. He's going to sit there and shut the fuck up, wipe that smirk off your face. He's going to sit there and he's going to keep going and keep going, keep going. Why? Because it's for profit. He knows what people want. He's going to sit there and give it to them.
That's
And
where
that
I cut it. It's not about the profit with you, but still, other than everything else before that, that's what I was trying to say. How you gonna grow when you're doing shit like that?
how 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 do I know that what level I have reached so far is the best that I can reach right now? I don't know. I don't know unless I keep pushing myself.
You are not pushing yourself in the right way that needs to be pushed, Ryan. That's what I keep trying to fucking tell you.
What's the
Oh
right
my
way?
God.
So is it pushing in the direction of you or pushing in the direction
Nothing,
of what?
nothing of me, nothing of what you think.
Okay.
Just okay, let me give you a little bit of
All
a
right. I'm gonna be sitting here.
all right. I want you to just go online on an online cookbook. Just find something you think might look good.
Okay.
Cook it, and then just throw your own shit in there. Don't critique it, just eat it. Just sit there and think about it. Like, don't think about it as like this is gonna be served to the public. People are gonna fucking, I have to have like just cook the food, try it, add some of your own fucking zest to it, or whatever it is you want to do, man, and then get back to me. Not as a critic, but just as somebody who fucking got home, cooked a good meal, and wants to try something new.
And
Or
how's
what
that?
you might like, just trust me. Don't ask questions. Just will you do it?
One question. How is that different from any time I'm doing it right now?
Jesus Christ. I need to just sit down and record you just cooking with me in the kitchen.
Do,
And
you know what when we get the gaming podcast and we start digging into these fucking cookbooks?
I love you, buddy. I'll do the gaming podcast. Like I'm doing the gaming podcast, and I love to do the gaming stuff in general. But
Well,
I
yeah,
don't think I want to
gaming
step
stuff.
in a kitchen with you and cook until we get this sorted out.
You know what? Comment if you would actually like to see me and him cook together.
No, nothing would get done, and I'd
I
lose
want
my
to. No,
shit.
no, no. Here's the thing, though, is that you've made this claim. I want to see this. If this is truly how you feel, and this is truly how I am, I want to be able to have video recording of like, hey, I'm actually being a fucking prick. I'm
I'm
being
not
a
saying you're being
dickhead,
a
and I
prick, but I think you're kind of over exaggerating your criticism is what it is. Like you
mean I'm being
just
too critical.
way too critical. There's the difference between criticizing, and that's fine because sometimes people need to learn the error of their ways. That's fine. Constructive criticism is a huge part of life. That's fine. Hell, I'll even go as far as to say that like bullying kind of makes people stronger. Now should be some
Telling
fucking
them to go,
there should
telling
be
them to
some
go off themselves.
yeah, no.
No, don't do that.
But
All right, so can I actually say that if I could, I would have 3 restaurants. All right. So if I were to get into the culinary business, um, I would want 3 restaurants: a pub and grill. I would want a snack bar, so to speak, and um,
food truck?
yeah, food truck.
Hell yeah.
So
I
yeah,
already knew that.
yeah, no food truck. Like that's that's what
That's where you get your soul food, baby.
not soul food, dude.
Hell yeah.
That's where you get the Philly cheesesteak at.
Dude, I've
I
I've never had bad food from a fucking food truck. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but
you get that fucking roach coach on the road, and you will sit there and you will have good food. It doesn't matter what the fuck is on there. You know it's good food.
I'm gonna hit you and everybody else here real quick with some advice. If you ever pass a food truck in the middle of fucking nowhere, whether it's in the fields of Iowa or just anywhere where you think you're in the middle of nowhere, you're surrounded by cornfields or something, you see a food truck, stop.
Stop. No,
You know
100%
why?
stop,
That is fresh grown products right there. Hell, they probably just slaughtered the fucking pig that morning for your BLT.
dude.
That is, dude, I'm not even joking. That shit is always fresh.
100 fucking
And
percent,
it will
dude.
be the best food you will ever fucking have. Like that's god tier food truck food.
Dude, God tier,
There's city food trucks, which still really good, and then there's country food trucks. Oh dog.
dude. That right here. So there's actually a taco food truck that comes around here. You got 2 of them. All right, they're I want to say they're at war with each other,
It
and
brings good business for both of
it
them. I
brings you
like that
business.
though.
Guess what? None of them can ever fucking go against my goddamn neighbor. All right, okay,
The
right
Mex
there,
Oh
that
yeah.
abuela.
You'll never
You will
fucking beat
n
good food like
Dude, they
that.
bring out a Blackstone top with propane, and dude, I'm fucking drunk as I am right now.
What are you cooking there? Carne asada, dude.
She no, she'll hit you with the giant thick steel paddle
I
that she
like
used to
that.
flip that. Dude, she makes the goddamn best. I went over there. I'm like, yeah, can I get 3 steak tacos, 3 chicken tacos? And because I got hungry, and I'm like, hey mom, she still got the blacktop out there? Yep. All right, I'm gonna go get some tacos. She goes, get me some too. So I'm drunk. I'm like, yeah, give me 3 of each. And I give her the money. She fucking sit there, and I'm just sitting there in my own driving. I'm sitting there in my own fucking driveway, just sitting there doing this, drunk as fuck,
Dude,
just swaying back and forth. And I'm just like, I know I'm gonna get some good food, and
dude,
all the family members right there, the fucking kids, cousins, everything right there, and they're just sitting there staring at me, and I'm just like, so you're our neighbor. Sadly, I am. Okay. And they're like, oh, cool. Your dog is cute. Thanks. Grab the tacos, go inside, eat those. Best sleep of my fucking life, dude.
there's a guy I used to work with at the building I used to do security at. His mom didn't even speak a lick of English. Ah,
Bet she could make tamales like a motherfucker, dude.
yeah, dude. You know how much tamales I would buy off of them?
Oh, dude.
They'd be sold out in the day. They might. I think every time she'd tell me that she was making tamales, she'd only sell to 3 people. Those were the ones that got there that happened to get there before me, and then me.
What
I would buy them out of.
I
They
gotta
had
ask.
chicken, steak, pork, and then something else. But
I gotta ask, what flavor did you normally go for?
all of them, I'd
So
get every single fucking one that I get my hands on.
I don't know if you're I here, so I don't know
Dude,
if you're alive. I don't know if you remember me. Olivia. I remember your name. Olivia. From Illini Hospital in Silvis. You trained me on how to on how to wash pots and pans. All right. Fucking this right here. I will swear to this day. I'm a meat guy. I love my meat. I love steak. I love chicken. I love
hell yeah,
pork.
protein baby.
Her potato tamales. She would offer them. She would give her $20. She'd make you a pan of fucking potato tamales. She She didn't get any of the meat. No, nothing. Guess what? It didn't fucking matter, dude. I don't care. I'm a meat guy. I would eat those potato tamales to the day I fucking die. Olivia, if you are out there, if you're still around, because I know you were there, you were
How old was she when you worked there?
she had gray hair when I worked there, and this was back when I was like 13, 14. I'm 30 now, you know. So this is back 15,
We're
15
gonna
fucking
be
years.
31 this year.
Why would you say that? I was on a rant.
Isn't your birthday in early July or late June? I can't remember. You're June. You're June baby, right? Late June? Yeah. Fuck, I always forget the day. I know it's in
You're
June.
not gonna say the fucking day because I will edit that shit out. Nobody needs to know my goddamn birthday,
I'm
dude.
not saying the day. I can't even remember the day. I just know it's late June.
It is late June, and we're coming close to late June. Well, we're early June right now, but
Jake's is early June. His is coming up. Dude, my 2 years for said company is tomorrow.
no shit. Really, it's tomorrow?
Yeah, it's crazy. I think about it because
I'm sorry, I got you into that. I'm sorry.
you were fucking desperate.
I was fucking, dude. I was so goddamn desperate. I needed somebody I could trust, and I knew I could trust
I
you.
I got some words to trade with you about that, but we're gonna talk about that when you're more sober.
Please don't.
Look, I just
Please be
before we
gentle.
end this podcast, I just need you to know I'm not. I didn't go back about that cooking thing to be a dick.
No, all right.
But you admit though, you saw how like when you said don't take it so hard, when I was trying to just get you to understand, like, and you were like that.
I understand. No, I understand. I'm the reason why is because I hold myself to a high standard. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what others.
That's
Hold
called
on.
ignorance, dog.
It's not ignorance. It's called holding yourself to a certain standards. Yes, it can be perceived as ignorance, but to me, I want
It is if you're
perfection.
not moving anywhere with it, though. That's the problem I'm trying to get you to
But how do you
understand.
know that me here at home is not moving upwards with it?
I mean, I don't because I see the same thing with you when you talk about it. So I
But
can only assume that.
when
So I
you
can
talk
only
about it,
assume when you talk about it that nothing's changed. You see where I'm going with
when you
this?
talk about it, not when you see it.
Well, then how come? Okay, but usually, when you're doing good at something or you feel like you're doing good at something, you would typically tell somebody, right? Especially if that's what one of the many things that we talk about.
Unless that person is nervous about how they are and feeling like they aren't going anywhere. And so they want to kind of keep it to themselves and then surprise you with it when they feel like they've reached a certain level.
I feel like you should be more open with yourself about it.
No, I want to keep things close to my chest. I want to I like to be reserved. Again, yeah, that's what
You're
we
not
are.
getting it. That's what I'm saying. That's just
Look,
how can you hold yourself to a higher standard when you just hold it to your chest like that? How are you
when
supposed to better yourself when you don't
until
move
it's
anywhere from
ready,
your chest?
until it's ready,
It'll never be
motherfucker.
ready.
How do
That's
you
the
know?
fucking
You're
problem.
not the one cooking it.
Because it feels like if we started doing this, I wouldn't even get a chance to fucking touch any of the seasonings. That's what I'm.
Actually, with the
We're gonna cut things here because I'm getting riled up and I'm getting tired.
all right, fine, that's fair enough. And I'm kind of drunk to where I'm gonna start calling you slurs. So anyway,
Racist. All right, kids, come watch us argue about it next time.
Hey, I'm Josh. Welcome to the Thought Process Podcast. This is Ryan.
what's up?
Just wanted to let you know we have a few other places you can come hang out with us at.
You can look at us at Spotify and YouTube if you want to watch any of the episodes, and then you can come hang out with us on Instagram or Twitter or X for all you newer generations out there. Just see what we're like, day to day.
And if we have time, come hang out with us. We're out on walks or doing stupid shit at the bars.
Yeah, that great times, great times.
Great
So
fucking
please
times.
like,
Watch Ryan babysit me.
like, share, and subscribe.